We've been sharing a lot of whiskey and apparently drinking a little bit of whiskey as well because we have a huge bottle kill to go over today. Hi friends, I'm Laura, this is Troy, we're Baker Drinks, and this is our latest bottle kill video.
I mean, last bottle kill video doesn't seem like it was that long ago. No. And that was 20 bottles.
We've got a few today as well.
I think we've got 20 more.
Well, let's get into it then. I've got Tumble and Dice 6-year-old single barrel proof. This one was a pretty good price and love the bottle. If we see another one or we know someone that does a pick of it, we would probably pick it up again. I
agree. That was a great bottle. We killed a Wild Turkey 101. And you all know how I feel about this bottle. I think it's kind of overrated in the whiskey community, but it is a good mixer and a great price. For that reason alone, we will probably pick up another one of these just because it tastes so good in an old-fashioned. It's not one that I ever drink neat though.
I've got a Balcones single malt. This is a single barrel finished in Oloroso sherry and cognac, and it's barrel proof, 60.4% alcohol, high proof, high flavor, fantastic. I think it's one of the better American single malts out there, and it doesn't have quite so much of that Texas funk with it not being aged in new charred oak.
I'm sad that bottle's gone. That was a great bottle. But you know, all good things come to an end, and so did that bottle.
Yeah.
If we saw it again at a good price, I feel like we would probably replace it.
Yeah, I mean, we like American single malts, and this is a great flavored one.
Next up is the Bernheim Barrel Proof. This is a wheat whiskey. This was batch A223. We picked up the first couple batches of these. They're okay. It just didn't hit for us the way it does for some people, and that's fine. Not everybody has to like every whiskey, but I feel like because they just weren't hitting us the way they should, we're done on these. This is not a replace.
Next, I've got a local whiskey. This is 2 Bar Straight Bourbon Whiskey. They're a small craft distillery out of Washington State. We probably would not pick up this exact same bottle again, but we will visit the distillery again up in Seattle and taste what they have, and we'll probably pick up a bottle of that.
We got the Widow Jane Applewood Rye. This was batch 1. We got this a couple years ago. It's all right. I'm not sold on Widow Jane as a brand. The 10-year I have not liked. It's very expensive for what it is. I've not ventured into their extra age stuff, the 13 or 15-year. The Decadence is okay, but I feel like the batches come out too often now and the quality goes down.
I think it's just too expensive, but I do like it.
That as well. So I think we're out on this. This was a one-time purchase. We will not be replacing it.
Next, I've got a finished whiskey. This is 3-chord bourbon and corn whiskey. It's finished in both honey and toasted barrels. And I was a big fan of this bottle. It was very sweet. It definitely gave you that honey flavor, which I love. Honey finished whiskey. This one was like $55 when I purchased it. So also a great price because a lot of times honey finish is expensive. So I was a big fan of this bottle. If I saw it again at that price, I'd probably pick it up.
Yeah, and that toasted honey finish kind of had like a Golden Grams vibe. If we saw it again at that price, it would definitely be a purchase. Next, we got a Stellum Rye. This was a single barrel, but because of the price, I think I'm done on it. It was great whiskey. It's just not that great.
Next, I've got the OKI. This is batch 1. I just didn't feel like this bottle was that amazing. It was pretty good. It probably wasn't worth the $100 or so that I paid for it. I don't see myself needing to buy anything else from them.
We've got a Nulu toasted bourbon, straight bourbon whiskey, single barrel. This was a seal box pick. It's expensive. These things were like $100 a bottle. It's just good whiskey. It's nothing great. As far as Nulu goes, I think we're done on the brand unless somebody we know puts out a pick, or it's just a pick that everybody is losing their mind over and FOMO gets us.
Next, I've got the Holiday Soft Red Wheat. This is the bottled and bond version, 100 proof. I like it. I probably won't buy another one of it. If I were to get one, it would be the Rickhouse proof version, which I just haven't pulled the trigger on one of those yet. I think I'm not going to get another one of these. It's just a high price for a bottle and bond bourbon. It tastes great. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's special enough for me, I guess, to keep on the shelf.
So this is a Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. It is a Camp Nelson F. This was such a great bottle. I'm pretty sad it's gone. I do have a backup of it, so that's kind of makes me happy, but now I've only got one, I don't have two.
Oh no, I think we've got plenty of Wild Turkey products. You'll be okay.
Too much is never enough. If I saw another one, I would definitely pick it up.
Next, I got 3 bottles. These are the Westward American Single Malts from Portland. Their base lineup, we've got their regular low proof single malt, the Pinot finish, and the stout finish. All fantastic, all on the shelf everywhere, or at least around us. Will I buy them again? I don't know. Maybe if I wanted to make cocktails out of them.
The Henry McKenna 10-year. So single barrels, these things were dirt cheap. They won some awards. They went through the roof. They became highly allocated. These are everywhere nowadays. We do like that 10-year Heaven Hill profile. Mm-hmm. I feel like when the one that we have on the shelf over there is empty, we would probably replace it.
Yeah, but not until it's empty. We definitely don't need a backup of it.
Yeah.
Especially because it's so easy to come by.
Yep, easy to come by. Don't have to hoard them.
Next, we have a Weller 12. This is fantastic. I love the flavor of it. The problem is that I wouldn't spend a bunch of money for it. If we saw it for the $40 or whatever that it is, we would probably pick one up. But if it was a secondary price, we would skip it.
This was last year's gimmick bottle of the year.
It's so good.
It's the Jefferson's Tropics. And honestly, we bought this bottle so we could do a review of it and just make fun of it. Turns out it was damn good whiskey. And, you know, we drank the whole thing. Would I replace it again? Probably not. It's a little over $100, $105, $110. And there's a lot of good whiskey in that price range. And I think we're just going to move on to a new flavor. So we're happy we had this one. No regrets at all. Again, excellent whiskey. If you're on the fence thinking about buying one, but you're not sure, take our word for it. It's good, but expensive. So we're not going to replace it.
So it's so sad. We have an Old Forester single barrel, 100 proof, the black label. We love this bottle. Sad that it's gone. We've shared it with quite a few people and we've enjoyed it, but luckily we have another. So we will live. If we see one on the shelf somewhere, we would pick it up as well. Yeah,
those are definitely do not pass. They're priced right. These are like under $60, like high 50s. And, you know, as long as they're in that price range, maybe even a little bit more, it's a buy.
Probably my favorite or close to my favorite Old Forester product.
Last but not least, the one that makes me the saddest.
Oh, so sad.
It's a Russell's pick. This was one of my favorite Russell picks too. It came from McCallum & Sons in Tacoma, Washington. You know, nothing special about it. It's an 8-year Tyrone 7, but the flavor of this thing was just fantastic. I'm choking up. I'm just kidding, guys.
I thought you were being serious. I was like, dang, babe, it's whiskey.
No, these are great though, and there's not many of these that I will walk by and not pick up. I've got a bunch of them, and it's not enough.
It's probably too much, actually. So that's our bottle kill video for this month or quarter or however often we do this. I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you've finished recently and if you've had any of these bottles. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.